Okay, here we go. We need to rewrite this. Ax squared plus x plus 2 equals 0. A is 9, B is 1, C is 2. So that x is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a, or x is minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared, who what? Minus 4 times 9 times 2 minus 71 all over 18, or x is minus 1 plus or minus what?
71i.
Not 71i. I square root of 71 all over 18. Now you could put the I behind, just make sure you don't put it under the radical. Now what you found by working the 3 problems that we've worked is this. What determines the kind of solution we have is determined by what's under the radical. I noticed that if b squared minus 4ac is a positive number like 41, I'm going to have 2 answers, minus 3 minus the square root of 41 over 8, minus 3 plus the square root of 41 over 8. If I'm looking at the one like we just did, and what's under the radical is minus 71, then I notice that what I have are 2 answers, but they are imaginary. Well, what's under the radical has a name, and the name is called the discriminant. And what it does is it tells you what kind of solutions that you have. We've already seen if I look at b squared minus 4ac as a positive number, okay, that's this guy, I have 2 solutions, and they're real. And we saw that if b squared minus 4ac is a negative number, and that's this guy, we have 2 solutions, and they're imaginary. They're conjugates of each other, imaginary. So I have 2 imaginary solutions. Now the next question is, the only thing that's left is this. What happens if b squared minus 4ac equals 0? Well, that would be that if I had something that looked like this, x equals minus b plus or minus what's under the radical is 0 all over 2 times a. What do you notice happens? What is the square root of 0?
Is 1 answer.
0, right? So I've got minus b plus 0 minus b minus 0. So does that change the answer at all? No. So that says it's just minus b over 2a. So if it's equal to 0, then we say we have 1, and your book calls it a rational solution. I just call it real because real numbers are rational numbers too. So we used that this morning, as a matter of fact, in college algebra. So that says the discriminant tells you what type of solutions that you have. So as I look to compute the discriminant, what kind of solutions do I have? Well, all I'm interested in, the discriminant, remember, is b squared minus 4ac. So a is 1, b is 8, c is 3. So b squared minus 4ac is going to be 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 3, which is 64 minus 12. Positive or negative? Positive, positive. How many solutions do I have? Positive number. How many do I have?
2 real solutions.
2 real solutions. Because I'm going to have a plus or minus that number. So again, discriminant is A is 2, B is negative 4, C is positive 3. So that B squared minus 4AC. Now I'm squaring B. B's a negative 4. 4 times 2 times 3. Positive 16 minus 6 times 4 is 24. Positive or negative?
Negative.
So what kind of solutions do I have?
2 imaginary.
2 imaginary. And notice I don't have a C term, so A is 3, B is negative 5, C is 0. So B squared minus 4AC is negative 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times 0 is 25 minus 0. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. How many solutions do I have? 2. Now this guy's not in the proper format, so 4x squared minus 20x plus 25 equals 0. So A is 4, B is negative 20, C is 25. B squared minus 4AC is going to be negative 20 squared minus 4 times 25, which is 400 minus 400, which is 0. So how many solutions do I have?